pick up or somebody, as you remember, Jefferson, yeah, you can, how are we going to feel about that? So that's something now people looking at. Let's see, let's say, not confident, things in downtown. Construction. And keep it on. And that, very insulation. It's clean. Architecture, really, so size competition. And see, so it's now I'm ready for reprice bonus. Visually ready to get around things. Just trying to be loud and it's pricing. I'll see it again. So, finish for this is great. And it's still really stars. Size of the sauce. I don't know. So they come with collection item. Exterior paint. Exterior paint. Very much construction. Interior. The gas line, for instance, here it is an alternate. Side of the house. Six, one on the inside, and 10 LED lights. So I think that you have enough money and response, I think it's money. Exact price. Maybe half of that, I would say so. That's where I'm at. Questions I get. And I can keep both of them. I'm waiting for they're 15 grand in the branch. So $6,000. And then the alternate one B that he got $9,700 when I just 21 faced that's not box. My hand, I think kind of down through it. Yes. Sure.
John, Steve, John Turk just came in. Do you want to look down through the list and see if you have questions?
Yes, I apologize for being late. I went to the wrong building.
Oh, not for listening to me.
Yes. Oh boy. I'm flustered here. I saw something about, or I saw a figure that was approaching 900K. What was that?
Temporary ones or the inside the building. Only lights, the ceilings.
I have a question about that. Are we thinking that we're going to repoint the whole building? Okay.
Yeah, I spoke with Paul and Andrew, and selective repointing, I think, is the way to go, rather than grinding out good stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and that's a place that can probably save some money for everyone. I don't like that without it, trying to what I got.
Who's your Mason?
Bonnet.
And are you? Do you know what his intent is?
Is to do 1,000 feet of selected, 1,000 square feet of selected.
Okay, but he's going to use our lime-rich mortar spec?
No.
No.
Water.
Modern? Well, we did not do mortar analysis, but I thought that was all old, it's not original, old mortar from the 30s maybe. In which case, I doubt that it's Portland cement.
Would be a type N. Which
Yeah.
is heavier in line.
Yeah, oh boy. I would hope for a mortar with lime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm good. Yeah. Aesthetics is a concern, but I'm more concerned about how it performs over the years. Yeah, and, if there's lime in a restoration border, it is more forgiving, with freeze thaw. If there's no lime, it tends to pop over time.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay. Well, we need to talk then.
So that's.
Yeah. Do you have, yeah, are you able to share your breakdown? Yeah, yeah. Okay. 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 Well, I don't know if it's worth going to Buzzard and asking them. I don't have my spec book in front of me. But if they could talk to you about what it would take to meet our spec, and compare that as soon as you find out. And then we could just, as a group, decide how to proceed.
Yeah, I don't think you're very highly. So she
Yes.
says. You still 120 square feet, give them to the
Yeah, I don't mean to be too precious about this. You know, like I said, aesthetics is a concern. I'd like it to look as close as possible, but I am really going to push for a line order.
Sounds like the buildings, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. So the starting point is 1,000 square feet. If he determines it's more, then that price might move a bit. Yeah. Well, it's been at least 4 months since I looked at it, but my last memory was it's pretty good. Okay. Yeah. 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 And what? Yeah. No, I get that. And what is the game plan with the two side gables? Those walls that are topped up. But what about the masonry? Is it all new? Is he right? But is he patching or is he tearing it all down and doing new?
No, actually.
Patching.
Yeah.
Okay. Hope he's good. I'm surprised. I thought that would be simpler, maybe cheaper.
I do know that he's working with Moore & Brick
Okay.
to determine what the brick is, if there's, and whatever the optimum brick would be. They do have a restoration size brick.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's speaking with Quick Creek about the mortar mix.
Yeah, you probably know more.
Yeah, yeah. He and I actually, yeah, he and I actually spoke about it today. To picked my brain. Yeah, he picked my brain on what the possibilities would be. And so, yeah, I think he's planning on next week, yeah.
And back to aesthetics, well, also function. How are they matching the aggregate? Is that something you know they're good at?
That would be with quickly.
Okay,
One of the methods that we use to do that, because of the age of the building.
Yeah.
Is an extra wash or a more firm wash to get the paste
yeah,
that rises when they join. That is part of the process, but
Right.
we can, it can be taken down a little bit to show the aggregate.
right.
We've had the age like that, and it doesn't do anything other than what rainwater will do, just speed up.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the existing aggregate is. So aesthetically, we want to match it, but a healthy aggregate has varied sizes.
Yeah.
And I think like none of them are bigger than a third of the joint width, and then they go down in size.
Yeah, and I think Quikrete, because what they do is, it's all pre-made. They have, and we can ask for samples,
Okay, good.
sample sticks to show what it looks like.
Yeah,
And actually, I could take the sample sticks that Darren was able to get from them and run it under some
Okay.
cleaner to see if we can see some of the aggregate.
okay, well, it's good you're here. Either I or Paul, or actually his intern, Andrew, I think was the gardener,
Oh, really?
so he might be able to come.
Yeah. So I'm sure we can put our heads together to come up with
Yeah.
something that will, present itself. The other thing is the bedding on the old building, the bed joints are not, they're smaller. So that's something, they didn't lay enough, reporting.
Well, another thing, and we can talk to Don about it, I think our spec is really fussy. It's written more for precious house museums or whatnot.
Right,
It talks about only installing a 1/4 inch deep mortar and layering that. I don't know what Don thinks about that. You could do thicker,
you don't want me to tell you what.
get rid of that.
Because of the fact that even the restoration brick probably Accord, it's a different animal
Yeah,
than what is on the building.
yes.
So it can be handled a little bit differently than it used to be.
Right.
So,
Well, I've always been a little suspicious of their spec, but
yeah, it's, for some places it would be perfect.
yeah,
But I think what we're trying to accomplish here,
it's not necessary.
using the modern materials and the way that modern materials are designed. The only thing that would be different is to match coursing to shave those bed joints down. So I mean, I don't know what your spec called for. I haven't seen the spec,
Mhm.
but what the spec calls for that will change how things are installed, but that's okay. It slows them down a little bit because it's out of the ordinary. But matching coursing is something that we have to do on a daily basis. So
Yeah, and they're thin joints.
very thin. Yeah.
Okay.
Other question?
Mhm.
That's why we do it by spec.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sizes.
Yeah. And the mutton profiles and what really. So, yeah, I've had good luck with all of them.
Side.
Yeah.
I was glad because
Yeah,
I think luck with it.
good. Yeah, I think that's what we ended up with. I did some work at Westbrook campus of UNE. We got Marvin on their old alumni hall, and they looked like the originals.
Yeah.
Question.
Steve, I did have one question, on water and sewer, you're just planning on getting that stubbed into the building? Is that what you have in your allowance?
Cabinet.
Okay. I'm just,
That's pretty much trying to get the outside work done as far as we can get it done. So it looks good and it's functioning. You got power into the building. You have water and sewer into the building, maybe not turned on, but at least the lines would be run and ready to turn on when it was done in the middle of the part.
excellent, thank you.
Um, So Steve, this is John again. I've got a dumb question about the bell tower. Remind me, is this the belfry that cannot be extracted? Are you working in place? Okay, so you're leaving it in place because of the way it's attached. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah. And is most of that repair work on the outboard side of the roof? There's the timber framing's in good shape, right?
yeah, so
Okay. Okay. So you don't think we need any like Dutchman or epoxy repair for the timber? Okay. Oh, so you're gonna scab on? Okay, okay. It probably doesn't matter. I don't know. Do you have a way to get a sketch to us? I don't think our structural engineer is gonna care, but I'm just asking. Yeah, I'd like him to take.
and it gets us. And if you go inside, size huge,
And
some of these allowance. Maybe the fencing was for a small.
Here, but that sounds tempting.
And we've got a fence around it right now.
Most of it, yeah.
Most of them, so. Right.
So your staging is all inside? And another request for a reminder, the dome is being clad in copper, is that right? It's gold. What are we doing there? is it aluminum? Right. So is it pre-finished aluminum? Okay. And that can bend, okay, and it bends without oil canning too bad?
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I might, when that comes together, I guess I'd like to be notified, either, you know, when you start, send a photograph, or I could come up, or. Yeah, just key me in when you're gonna start that. And then, yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's a lot tougher than galvanized painted though, right? So, I mean, just. Yeah. I guess. I guess the committee just needs to know what that means, and it's gonna require more maintenance. I mean, you could touch that up every year.
Yeah, still so much.
Yeah.
Stuff is still nice, but.
Right.
That's what
That much just for the powder. Okay.
It's gonna have range of about 14 play fast and 25 grand, they did just two items.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I could. $70,000 in there, that's about. Get out of here, and I'm giving him. It's great a product. But. A long line.
Yeah. Well, I suspect your two items you flagged are the least important, so. Yeah.
And allowance.
Great.
All I have.
Good, no more questions?
I'm all good.
I'm good. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your time. Awesome. Or isn't. That's awesome. Thank you. That's all we can ask. Just trying to get it as far as we can.
That's exactly it.
All right.
The prettier it looks, more chance you're gonna have people wanting to come in and buy a room or buy a pool or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
Have a good evening, guys.
You
too.
too. Take care.
Yeah. Yeah.
do you have any other questions or?
No, I guess the main question is how long do you want me to stick around? Through which item?
Well, I think we're gonna just moving right on to reviewing invoices and whatnot, unless other people have. Steve, do you have anything?
No, nothing outstanding until we get his by the numbers pricing, so we can pick and choose and throw out stuff that we
Yeah.
can't afford.
Now, everything, I haven't been by, everything on the roof for closing in, they've got the dormers down, they've got all of that stuff taken care of.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we're in pretty good shape there. Chris, you said you have, what did it say here, 52,000?
Yeah, I'm at like 52 or 53, and I'm waiting to hear from Alcon Foundation.
That is not included in
No,
any of
it's-
this?
that money is sitting.
So potentially there's another $50,000 or maybe
$50,000
more
to
we
use.
can add back to
Yeah.
this.
I would recommend thinking about better quality,
Yeah,
so you don't have to maintain it every year.
right,
I mean, people's rings are gonna change.
yeah.
Yeah. so-
Definitely, well, that will help offset
Yes.
some of this stuff like having an extra $50,000
Yeah,
or maybe more if we're lucky.
yeah.
We get some more donors.
Yes, and I'm, I'll talk about it during the thing, but I'm gonna reach out to Stephen and Tabitha King and gonna submit an application for the April 15th deadline. So I just need a couple things for that, and then waiting on the Alcorn Foundation, and then if somebody has a direct phone number for Charlie Schumann, I take it. You sort of be walking in and trying to talk to Melissa or Steve.
I can get that.
Yeah, I mean, he has pretty much donated money to every school system around here, and of course, they're redoing Winthrop's Field because the grandkids go there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm only asking for a little bit, so.
Yeah,
I know, and I got more cars from them, so that's got. Oh, yeah, so
Everybody's bought a car.
Exactly.
Stare at.
come on.
I have to say, probably half of my projects have King funding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what, I'm waiting for somebody to say, I'll do it, you know.
They don't give a lot. 25 or whatever.
Well, exactly.
In those add up. Did you ever hear anything back from Bangor Savings? Or- No?
Well, Bangor Savings, I'm really angry at because the town does all their banking with them. And at any moment, they're holding, all kinds of money. Took me 3 times saying, I haven't heard from anybody. And then finally the guy reached out to me and said, we're sending you $1,000 check. And I'm like. Savings gave me $20,000. Yeah,
Mhm.
It's not only the town, sanitary things, we're holding on to $500,000.
it's reached through the computer and choked that guy. So I answered him like, thank you. And I think the town does all their banking with you. That's why but we're trying to be nice and grateful that they gave us $1,000, but I was not happy about that, but it confirmed my belief about Bangor Savings and the feelings that I've had become, so.
Sounds like my line is done. I don't know, I'm available, Steve,
Mhm.
things get started, or if we want to look at mock-ups or whatever.
Well, I'm still nervous about what's gonna happen on the top of the bell tower. On the aluminum dome that's up there.
Yeah.
Well,
there's some rot up there.
there's a lot of rot up there. I mean, that's pretty much all gonna have to be replaced. But he said he was gonna use pre-finished aluminum. I don't know how we're gonna refinish that dome with
Well, there's,
aluminum. That needs to be, I'm not sure what else we can do,
Yeah, I guess I can explain that a little bit more, because he said, well, the copper's one. So formerly it was coated in copper.
No.
no, I bet it was canvas.
Oh,
I've done, Portland Observatory originally was canvas. It's got, I'll have to look at the spec, but it's, I think it's a linseed oil and finish to keep the weather out, and it lasts a good long time, 15 years or so.
So now we're going to coat it with some metal.
I honestly, I don't remember what.
The dome up there now is just formed pieces of aluminum with
Yeah.
small nails.
Yeah,
through it.
surface.
Surface nails right through it. So, I mean, you look up through the inside, you can see daylight all around it. Oh, yeah, I mean, the water pours in there like nothing.
And also the weather bay, I can't remember what that is.
I don't think he had anything in his price to do the weather.
Okay,
I thought,
it's gilded,
I thought it was brass.
it's grass.
I seem to remember it being brass,
Okay.
part of it.
Well, if we go canvas, it's not a concern, but you gotta think about compatibility of different metals.
Well, I think some of this is gonna have to get revisited once they get their staging up on the roof.
Right.
Yeah,
All the power.
When that happens-
All up there.
and I don't, are they mobilizing right now?
No, not yet.
Oh,
I would assume once we get the budget.
a couple more weeks.
He's suggesting it's aluminum. But the top is not considering copper just because it's like the copper.
I would push for canvas if they're capable or know how to do it. You
And
know, the
if they don't,
observatory's
we should
been there
ask.
since '98, and it's still in good shape.
And if, obviously, you must know who did Portland Observatory, so.
The contractor is retired and must be spin-offs.
Yeah. Okay. All right, well, thank you.
You all.
Thank you.
And we do want to talk more about the exterior, about the masonry. Because even though we haven't done, my company hasn't done work, we bid on ones that,
Yeah,
but we didn't have any experience. But we've done others
Okay.
that have, tried to get as close to, we've done a lot of work at, Amhai, for example.
oh,
Some,
So the state reviewed that?
yeah,
Okay.
so, and work with them about.
You got through that.
That,
Uh-huh.
but there are ways to make the new stuff. Appear very similar,
Mhm.
but I totally agree with you. It has to be at least a type N. It
Yes.
can't be anything, but,
I mean, I don't mind Portland cement, but it needs some line.
oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Excellent.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
I'm safe. So, the next thing on the agenda is reviewing the Nixon O'Day and Paul Design invoices, and I guess my Paul Design invoices are sitting on my desk, my copies, but I do know.
Right next to your phone.
Exactly. My phone is holding.
Your phone's holding it down.
I bet they are, so, but I do know that Paul Design, actually did not, it was Nickerson, the only invoice that I got was Nickerson O'Day that did the, I talked to Paul, he had a few hours that he was gonna hold to this month, that's why. So the next invoice will have what he's done in January, all right.
Okay.
And we have on the budget sheet here, what's in red is currently what we're looking at. As part of the exterior demo is they billed 41,643. And that includes the roofing, the dormers, doing the rest of the removal of the material on the roof, etc. Did they take out those windows too? Were they gonna take the boards out of the windows on the back? Is it the?
On the main floor or
Yeah, on the, down the main floor. Or did they
No.
do anything?
I don't think they make it.
Just all the work on the.
All either of them is all over the US.
All right, so if we're looking at this invoice here. So going to the sheet that has the different breakdown for his invoice. He's billing us for their for Nixon O'Day, $2,160.66. And general conditions, 2006. So that's the overseeing, that's the general contractor overseeing the project, the work that's done. And they billed us 41,643 for demo. Okay. So has anybody questions about, have you driven by and seen what has been done?
Where does that come in relation to their quote?
Your quote here is, they will have billed, 111,643.
Okay,
The original quote was 115.
so they're almost to the original quote then.
Yeah, they've got about $4,000 left on the original quote.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then Nixon O'Day has out of $59,000 budget. Initially, they have 46,000 left.
Mhm.
And that's all I have right now. And then what we'll do is when they give us the next budget, that will be on here too. And that'll be broken out by the masonry, the
Different phases.
mechanical, the electrical, all of that stuff. They'll probably set each one of those up on their continuation sheet on this, so we'll be able to see this one, they'll be able to see what percentage is done of any one of those
Mhm.
particular items. So. Okay. And that's what I've been trying to do is follow what they have here for with Nixon O'Day, what they're actually billing. And then what the demo is, and then we'll do the same for the rest.
Right, okay.
So right now, we have billed, what has been billed and paid is $693,814 out of a $1.7 million budget. So that right now leaves 915, not including
The fundraising.
the fundraising.
So with this estimated 880. Pretty close, pretty close to that.
Yeah,
To do just the outside, give the outside.
yeah,
Mhm.
which is a bummer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We'd like to have at least a couple $100,000 to putz around inside.
Well, yeah.
I'll try.
You're working on it, Sean.
Just the wrong timing.
Yeah.
It was, everything about it was the wrong timing. You know, the COVID hit, the
Yeah.
construction economy.
Yeah. Everything crazy.
Yes. Political flexibility, yeah. Is there any chance or opportunity that you could wait? You could- the town
Go back to
could
the
do-
well, yes, and yes, I want to see where we get with this and the fundraising. And then from there, go back to the well to ask for,
It's 1.7 came up, I think they were TIF funds or.
no,
No, they
this
came from
is,
the sale of the.
no, there was only a little bit of money
Bond.
left from the Cottrell School. There was about 200,000 or something left from the Cottrell School, 250 or something. And that was it that we got from the Cottrell School, plus the, what the voters approved, which was, yes, which was 1.5 is what was approved. And so that we've been working off of, and it was a interstock bank loan. So we have that, but once that's gone, I'm hoping that I can, try to generate something from somebody, and come up with some money more to be able to not have to go back to the well. But I suspect unless somebody wins the mega bucks or some person comes out of the woodwork.
But I think if we get the
Yes.
exterior
Exactly.
looking,
I feel like we didn't have a budget back in 11.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I know where that person is.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Try.
Yeah.
but if we can get the exterior. get
Yeah, I-
as much as possible, if we can get what would be so cool if we could get the mechanicals in there
Yes.
and insulation.
Yes. And then it's
That I
really
think would
just.
be a bare minimum that I'd like to have.
It's awful, terrible, we had, a restored building on the exterior.
Yeah.
It's on that, but it's.
They want to go in and look.
And you
It's
can-
not outside, yeah, it's not a functional building.
Right.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
we can get somewhere close.
Mhm.
So that there's like, oh, we can come here, invest a little bit more with the understanding that it was bad timing because of the economy.
Yes.
We've squeaked out every dime that we can.
Mhm.
When I hear temporary facilities, temporary lighting and things like.
The hair on the back of your neck goes straight.
Yeah.
It does give me the cringe
Yeah.
there,
Mhm.
because I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Especially if we're coming into spring. Why would we need temporary lighting? Just, longer days, longer, so that's something that I would like to minimize as much as possible.
Right. Well, I think what he's talking about is temporary lighting, is lighting just to make the building habitable.
Well, okay, that's fine,
Yeah,
but if we're gonna do that, why are we investing in temporary lights? As opposed to the lights that we would want to have there.
because there's probably no finished ceilings or anything to mount those lights in.
Fixtures.
Yeah, it's probably just some,
Pigtails.
well,
That's
basically,
okay.
but not quite.
Right.
Mhm.
Just like-
And even though it's warmer days outside, get it.
It's not.
I must have a couple lamps, more like that.
I do my house previous, and we get in the house. I'm like,
Um,
Yeah, it's just one of those.
Yeah, you
things.
just don't want to have to, put something in it and
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's my only thing, is
Mhm.
why we're pushing to not do a temporary heating system so that we work in there. Because
yeah, well,
it's
we're,
something that
we're
they're-
past the season for needing that now. I mean, by the time we get ready to start, it's gonna be March or April, and we won't need any temporary heating in there.
It
you
would
know,
be nice to have it
It's,
so
if we
that
were doing interior finishes
Yeah.
it would
and
be a
that kind
problem.
of stuff, then we would need some temperature.
Right.
Well, I think, all we can do is suggest that they cost conscious about it. And anything we don't spend, these contracts, we carry forward.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
You know,
May not be enough to finish.
I think Steve's doing an excellent job too.
I think he's practical.
Yeah, yeah. I met him a couple times face to face, and he's a very nice guy, I think. And I think he's trying to do what we want him to do, is save every dollar we can.
Right. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Okay, so, everybody in agreement to, authorize payment of the next single day invoice to.
Yes.
45,810.35. Okay.
And
So, thank you. All right, any, on to item 5, select board updating interest recommendations, anything from? No, that's fine.
So if you find a number for Charlie.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
yeah. I can get that from Marcia.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Larry. Did Steve and Jack ever get in touch with you?
Yes, and I put them in touch with Steve,
Oh, good.
because he's doing the estimating and stuff, so
Thank you for sending them one.
that's okay. Yes, yeah, I talked to him actually a couple times.
Good.
And then I explained that Steve was doing the pricing and everything, so,
Good, so.
and they put them together, and I'm not sure where it went.
Okay, perfect.
Because Steve had all of he was looking for photos. And Steve had all those. Steve,
Cool.
they were exchanging email to proceed with that.
Awesome.
So I don't have anything exciting. I think that nobody's really said anything, because then, things going on. Nobody's really said much of anything at all.
So, nobody's.
Select board, that's right, that's right. I think after the initial stink up,
He was too busy. Consider.
There's a
Yeah.
lot going on.
yeah, nobody's come to me asking questions. I think, as I always tell everybody, this isn't like working on your house. It's not like you go, oh, I want that. When can you be here?
Yeah.
It's,
There's a process.
there's a process and it's quite a lengthy one. So, nobody's really said too much to me
Yeah.
about it, and nothing's been said during the select board meetings or even brought up. So I don't have anything there. I think the next things on my agenda, I'm gonna reach out to. I called the LAD. It's funny, I was trying to figure out how I did anything with the LAD Foundation in Wayne. So if you look up, a charitable foundation, it has to have, this government entity and all this other stuff. So there was a contact phone number and then a PO box in Boston, Massachusetts. So I'm like, I don't know what I even need to send them. I can't find anything. There's no website for the foundation. So I called the phone number. This woman answers the phone. It's a Massachusetts phone number. Hello. And I told her who I was. She goes, oh yeah, that's me. I to, make a request and I didn't know, I couldn't find anything and I didn't know where to send it. I found a PO box, but what should I do? Oh, just email me your request and I'll take it from there and get it to the powers that be and make sure that, I'm like, okay, any help would be appreciated. I really appreciate it. I said, I don't know if any of the lads actually went to Monmouth Academy or they went to Penn Sale, but they those would have been their choices. So, but anyway, I sent that off this afternoon and then I've been trying to figure out how to reach somebody through Charlie's, because they're dropping shit ton of money.
They are.
Winthrop on that athletic,
What role are they doing?
they're redoing it, the whole thing, the whole track, they're doing an artificial turf for the football field and then redoing the whole track around it, but Steve Schuman's kids go to Winthrop.
Yeah.
So, but, we'll, further, yes, and the wife, they
the
went
ones
to
that
the
are
Yeah.
SPCA, so
Yeah,
they're-
you have Nancy Schuman's name on the side of it, so
yeah.
that he had to put a lot of money in it.
Oh, yeah, and that's the thing, I'm happy to put Charlie's,
Put Charlie's name on the side of something.
yeah. Charlie's.
They got money. Fade around on the side of the building.
Exactly,
With a big flashing sign out, we have to.
yeah, so if that works, and then, I printed off the thing for the, King, Stephen and Tabitha King, and so the board of directors, obviously, I'm just gonna put down all of us. And then I have we aren't a final, 5013C. We aren't, but we are tax exempt because we're a municipality. So I have that already, but, the budget, they want a project budget. So I'm wondering if we just, something sufficient to this.
Yeah.
And saying, this is what we've done, this is what we have, and,
Well,
this
if
is
you
where
get
we're
the
starting.
proposal from Steve,
Yeah, if we
Yeah,
get that,
you could
I'll
include that.
hold on a couple
And say,
of this,
This is how much we got to spend, this is how far it's gonna get us, it's not gonna give us.
What
all
we
we
have
got.
so far,
know.
this is what basic- so I can add that on there.
Yeah.
and they can go together.
Exactly, yeah, so I'll wait, I just need to send that before, I'd like to send it by, the third week of March.
Oh, yeah, I think we can-
15.
Yeah, if he gets that to us within the next several days.
Yeah.
And it's something that we're gonna run with. We'll get it set up, even if it's not exactly the final.
Exactly,
Where it's gonna be. Well,
Then, once we get our hands on it, we'll have to get together.
Yeah.
Pick and choose.
because I don't think that they,
I'm not sure when Steve's coming back to town. I don't, he's in Florida,
is it-
if he lives in Florida, most,
Stephen King.
no,
Steve Burton.
Steve Burton, yeah, he lives in Florida.
I know.
Steve. Yeah, yeah.
Those were the main things, time frame for the project until we have enough money.
Right. It may speed up if you give us lots.
Exactly,
Give us 200,000.
exactly, yeah, tidy right up, yeah, because that would pay the mechanicals, if I ask for 250,000. And I asked the Alpha Foundation that, if that came through, we'd be able to, you know, treat the mechanicals,
That'd go along
get
with,
the electricity. and
That's-
sewer.
Yeah, that's, the price of things has changed, I think, at least a good third or more.
all of these.
And, you know, if we could target that, we'd be back kind of at par.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's only my questions on that. So I'll work, get it in the works and then I'll, once we have these other documents, I'll attach them to this and get them out. So,
Okay. All right. Anything else for fundraising?
I don't have anything other than, you know, Bangor savings. So, but
We can, I found some
$1,000
cleaning out the kids' room, I found some paintball guns. You can do a little painting.
Yeah, exactly. But, so I don't have anything other than that.
You guys, anything?
For
Public? Set time and agenda, well, the agenda remains similar. I would presume, but set time and items for next meeting. I don't have my phone, but
So, March, the Mondays and Tuesdays are all open in this building right now.
okay.
So, and then the select board meetings are on the 8th and the 22nd.
It's nice to be able to hit before the, it can't be the Monday before because by then I've already missed it.
Yeah.
So, what, the 8th and the
the 8th
22nd?
and then the 13th.
So if we did the 13th,
Yeah,
it would be before the 22nd.
Perfect, yeah.
So,
Then that gives you time to get things over to them, they have to have them by the Thursday or no later than Monday before the meeting.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
all right, so 3:13?
Yep.
Okay, that's 6 here. Okay. And anything else we should be including on the agenda? The budget, the review of invoices. Yeah. $250,000. Go big or go home, right?
yes, you don't have, but they can't say no, right?
Right, exactly. All right, motion to adjourn. Second? All in favor? Let's get out of here. Sounds good.
I'm leaving South Carolina
I
in the
understand.
morning,
Oh, you're, well, gee. How long are you gonna be gone?
at least a couple weeks.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure, it all depends on what happens down there.